All right, this is lesson 169, classwork for arithmetic. This is the last video I am putting out for your classwork, so make sure you do lesson 169 and 170 with me. Here we go. Number 1, write the answers to the combinations your teacher says. A, 7 times 3 equals. 7 times 3 equals. B, 24 divided by 2 equals. 24 divided by 2 equals. Letter C. 9 plus 2 times 3 equals. 9 plus 2 times 3 equals. Letter D. 40 divided by 4 plus 6 equals. 40 divided by 4 plus 6 equals. Letter E, 18 minus 8 equals. 18 minus 8 equals. Look back at letter A. What did you put for 7 times 3? 21. Letter B. What did you put for 24 divided by 2? 12. Letter C. What did you put for 9 plus 2 times 3 equals? You should have put 33 because 9 plus 2 is 11 and 11 times 3 is 33. Letter D. What did you put for 40 divided by 4 plus 6 equals? 40 divided by 4 equals 10. 10 plus 6 equals 16. And letter E, what did you put for 18 minus 8? 10. Look at number 2. Write the numbers your teacher says. $219. $219. Make sure you have your dollar sign and your decimal point. Letter B, 15 and 3/4. 15 and 3/4. Letter C, 5,603. 5,603. Letter D, 231,100. 231,100. And letter E, $708.16. $708.16. Number 3, write the sums. 7 nickels equal. What does, what does 1 nickel equal? 5 cents. So 7 nickels would equal 7 times 5 cents equals 35 cents. Make sure you have $0.35. 6 quarters equals, well, a quarter is 25 cents. So 6 quarters would be 6 times 25 cents. But we aren't doing that yet. But we can count by 25s. 25, 50, 75, $1. $1.25, $1.50. You just use your fingers to go 6 times. So 25, 50, 75, $1. $1.25, $1.50. So $1.50. And then you add them together. 5 plus 0, 3 plus 5, 0 plus 1. Don't forget your dollar sign and your decimal point. So now we have 10 $10 bills. So that would be 10 times 10 equals $100. And 3/4 is 25, 50, 75 cents. That would be 3 times 25 cents. 25, 50, 75 cents. And then we add them together. 5, 7, 0, 0, 1. Go ahead and put your dollar sign and your decimal point. So, number 4, write the time. Mark the bubble next to the meal you usually eat at this time. So, the hour hand is after the 5. And the minute hand goes 5, 10, 15, 20. Then you have to go by tallies. 21, 22, 23. So it's 5:23. Would you eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner at 5:23? You would eat dinner. All right, here we go. The shorthand is almost at the 12. It does look like it's at the 12, but we know it's not at the 12 because the minute hand hasn't gone straight up. So we know it's almost 12 because the minute hand is almost to the 12. So it is almost 12 o'clock, so it's not yet. It's 11 something. So then we have to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56. And at 11:56, are you going to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner? 11:56 is almost noon. So it would be lunchtime. All right. You can do number 5 by yourself. Number 6, let's finish the pattern. 1 2/3, 2. 2 1/3. Then what would come next? Oh, I'm sorry, let's move down so that you can see what I'm doing. You're going to do this part by yourself. So we're here, 1 2/3, 2. 2 1/3, 2 2/3, 2 3/3. Actually, you wouldn't say 2 3/3, you'd say 3. 3 1/3, 3 2/3. So here's 1 2/3, 2. 2 1/3, 2 2/3, and then 3. 3 1/3, 3 2/3. Now we are on lesson 170 for classwork. Number 1, use tally marks to show how many students in the survey chose which national park to visit. At this point, I was supposed to take a vote from you to decide whether you wanted to you would rather visit the Grand Canyon, the Rocky Mountain, or the Everglades National Park. So we're going to just make up answers here because we do not have you to take a vote. So the Grand Canyon, let's say 5 people chose the Grand Canyon. So make 5 tally marks just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cross for 5. And then let's say Rocky Mountain, let's say 3 people chose the Rocky Mountain. So 1, 2, 3. And the Everglades, well, let's see. So far we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 12 people in our class. So we need 4 people. Wait, we have 13 people in our class. So we need 5 people for the Everglades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Graph your results. The Grand Canyon. So you would color carefully over to the 5. And then the Rocky Mountains, 3. So you'd color carefully over to the 1, 2, 3. And then the Everglades, 5 as well. All right. And just to make the Everglades different from the Grand Canyon, let's say I vote for the Everglades too, so we'll make 6. So for the Everglades, we'll go to the number 6. There we go. You can do number 3 by yourself. Number 4, let's go ahead and do number 4 together. 67 minus 19, and then a place to check. So 7 minus 9, make this a 17, borrow from the 6, make it a 5, 17 take away 9 equals 8. 5 take away 1 equals 4. And then to check our work, we have to do the opposite of subtraction. We have to add 48, which was our answer, plus 19. And what is it supposed to equal? 67. So let's say 8 plus 9 equals 17. 1, 4, and 1 equals 6. So we check it, and it does equal the same. Always make sure you're truly checking it. You're not just putting the answer 67. I've known many students to do that, to just write the answer 67, but they didn't really check it, and then they ended up with the wrong answer. So make sure you're truly checking it. 1 minus 4, can't do that. You have to borrow. You can't borrow from a 0. You have to borrow from the 2, make it a 1. The 0 becomes a 10. Borrow from the 10, make it a 9, and now you can have 11 here. 11 minus 4 equals 7. 9 minus 7 equals 2, and 1 minus nothing equals 1. So now, in order to check, we have to take the answer, 127, and we have to add 74. And it's just like a fact family, right? The opposite of subtraction is addition. We use the other two, and then it's supposed to equal 201. Let's check and see. 7 plus 4 is 11. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 7 is 10. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And it does equal 201. Number 5, Badlands National Park is in South Dakota. Buffalo and antelope live there. The park is 244,000 acres. Write 244,000 using digits. 244, comma, 000. 244,000. All right, boys and girls, this is it for your classwork.